all of our best players play in Milwaukee, Denver, Oklahoma City, Dallas. Not that Dallas isn't a big city. LA, no New York, no Boston. No offense to Tatum. No Chicago, no Miami. Like the main hub. Welcome back, Benchwarmers. Oh, the sound of shoes squeaking all over the hardwood.
That just means we have started another marathon en route to the Larry O'Brien.
Yeah, that's right, guys. You heard it here first. I'm actually willing to discuss something other than football during football season. It's weird.
Yeah, good job. It took some
Yeah.
convincing, but
Yeah.
let's get to some
Well,
association talk, man. It's that
yeah,
time
bro.
of year.
NBA. We got some hockey. We already started on hockey. Yeah, that's the crazy part. We were willing to have a hockey conversation before we had a basketball conversation, now that I think about it.
Hey,
Shout out to Aaron, by the way. All right, well, we're going to talk about some basketball stuff, but before we get started, if you're not already, don't forget, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss any one of the new episodes.
Also, if you could please do us the favor, please don't forget, smash that like button.
Smash it for us. Come on. It's free. It's free for you. It's free for us. Helps out the channel a lot more than you probably think.
Hell yeah.
Well, there's really no better place to start, especially as a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you. We appreciate your service here. We couldn't have done it without you, to be honest with you. And I just really heartfelt. It's a thank you from us, but it's a goodbye from others. Nico Harrison was finally fired, Corey.
Oh God, what a mess, dude! Like, Luka comes and okay, now let's back up a little bit here.
Okay.
If they don't trade Luka, does Luka do the same thing in the offseason where he gets all this, I'm going to get in better shape? Like, does that happen if he doesn't get traded? Like, is that what kicked that over? So is Nico, in a weird way, kind of right, but not right? I don't know how to.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, right that Luka's habits weren't going to change, but
As long as he was in
not
Dallas.
right by trading away a top 3 player in the league at 25 in his prime. Yeah.
After
I can
he
see.
just went to the finals the previous year. Like,
Yeah, with a bum squad. No offense to it's just what I mean by bum squad. They're all great NBA players. I'm saying it's not like he took the Warriors of 2015 to
or the
2019
Cavs when
to
LeBron was there that last year. Where it's
correct.
like, what the hell are they doing in the finals? How did they get
Or
here?
the Heatles or the Spurs back in with Timmy. He didn't take a team like, oh man, this fool's got some dogs. That's literally what he did. He was the guy and he had a bunch of dogs. That's pretty much it. So props to that. But yeah, I don't know. It's super weird, but I'm super appreciative of it, to be honest.
Do we put a statue for him at Staples or Crypto?
I mean, it's a little wait for Nico. Yeah, we'll retire his number.
Hey, we have a microphone up there for Chick Hearn. So if Luka wins us a couple titles, maybe when Luka gets
put
up
a
there,
pen or something.
Put Nico right next to him.
Put a pen because he just signed him away.
Oh gosh.
I mean, the owner admitted this week, basically after firing him, saying, you know what, obviously trading Luka was a mistake. I don't know why
who
it
signed
took.
off on that? Just saying.
I mean, technically he did. Yeah, I mean, he's the owner, right? Yes. I mean, I know they call them governors, but
yeah, same thing.
Whatever, but he owns a team. I'm tired of this weird DEI woke talk. He owns it. When you buy something, guess what? You own it. You don't just govern it. He's not in charge of a state. So, but yeah, I mean, he finally admitted. To your point, it was kind of his, but I don't. Maybe he trusted Nico too much. Either way, it was a bad take. What was the stat? I mean, AD, Coop, and somebody else aren't even averaging combined what Luka is. So
yeah, it's really bad. And AD has been out, and there's now stories coming out that he's been fired, that Nico was pushing AD to come back sooner from the recent injury, but the training staff was like, no, it's a calf, which could lead to an Achilles. Like,
Achilles.
Don't want to push that. So there was
wait, wasn't he pushing that for Luka too? The same thing?
Exactly, same thing, calf strain. So, and Luka was like, no, I'm not doing that. So there's some of that problem. And then there's talk of, I guess, Nico fired some people that like were on the training staff that Luka and some of the players liked and brought in people. But the person he hired possibly to replace him wasn't a licensed trainer. So had to backtrack a little bit there and made some bad decisions there. Now, when you look at the players he brought in to help get them to those finals, like Gafford, we talked about
that was good.
And Lively, he traded for Kyrie, which everyone thought was crazy, but that worked out. So
it worked out.
The personnel on the court before Luka trade, all great things, but it's the off the court. And apparently he doesn't talk to a lot of people to get their opinions. He kind of thinks I'm right. Nobody else. I don't want to hear anything bad, which is why Mark Cuban didn't know what was going on, because he didn't include Mark Cuban in the discussion or the idea of even trading Luka, because he knew he would shoot that down. Like, no, that's a stupid idea. But now that everything's gone down and Nico's got fired, there's talk that now Cuban is now back in the building and being helpful on the basketball operation sides, or allowed to be, I guess, to hopefully fix this and get them back in the right direction. I don't really know what that is at the situation for them, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Mark Cuban doesn't know what he's doing. He's a billionaire, so he knows something. And that he, as an owner, he did win a championship,
went to two
but
finals.
it was it was one. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to knock it. Can you imagine though coming up to Mark Cuban in like 2007 and being like, I think we should trade Dirk. He'd be like,
Exactly.
yeah, no, I think we're going to go ahead and let you walk. Thank you so much.
Yes,
So the
absolutely.
idea to your point of the whole Luka trade is, you don't trade the perennial player for nothing. And
No,
yeah, I'm not trying to call AD nothing, but
no, but
80 and one first round pick.
in Matt Christie, but you didn't shop him around to see what the best offer or package you could get was. That's the other problem. Because as soon as that comes out, then Luca finds out, Mark Cuban finds out, and then it gets all hell breaks loose. So instead, Nico keeps it quiet, does the deal, gets the owner, Dumont, whatever his name, Patrick Dumont, I think his name is,
Patrick Dumont. Yep.
to sign off on it. And he's like, okay, yeah, I don't want to pay the guy $500 million total in a couple years if you think he's going to get fat and not be able to play. Like, I'm cool with that. That makes sense. Do what you got to do. And because Nico used to work for Nike and had a connection with AD, he thought, okay, AD, adding another big and more defense, because defense wins championships, as he likes to say. But now none of the guys are playing. They're 3-7 or 3-8. They're at the bottom of the Western Conference with New
Doesn't look
Orleans
good.
and Memphis, which is kind of sad. Like, who would have thought?
And the
So
Clippers.
yeah, Clippers too. Which yeah, there's just I don't know. I
Yeah. Well, speaking of, his connection with Nike. That's the giant conspiracy theory. It was kind of floating around towards the beginning, but now after the firing and everything, it's really starting to take some wind. Nike, the NBA, and Sands, the Patrick Dumont, the company that he and his family own, which is how they gained their wealth, which is a resort developer.
casinos.
So the casinos and stuff like that. Basically, long story short, I got this from a reel that I watched. Some guy kind of put it together pretty well. The NBA was like, we're losing viewership. All of our best players play in Milwaukee, Denver, Oklahoma City, Dallas. Not that Dallas isn't a big city; it's the
No,
fifth
but
largest
it's the
city, I believe.
market's much
But
smaller. Yeah.
correct. No LA, no New York, no Boston. No offense to Tatum. No Chicago, no Miami. Like the main hubs, right,
Mhm.
of the country where the just there's a ton of attention. None of them are there. So why don't we do this? We're going to give this guy who's never been in any capacity a GM. He just happened to work for Nike and knows Rob Pelinka and Kobe Bryant. So since he knows them, we'll just give him this job.
Yeah.
And he kind of proved, oh, look at that. He's kind of doing pretty good. Got doing pretty good. And then once Patrick Dumont buys because he was hired by
Mark Cuban.
Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but once Patrick Dumont buys it, he's like, all right. And the NBA is like, look, I know that you want to build casinos in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of why you bought this team.
Yeah. Not
We
only that,
are
they
a,
wanted to build a new stadium casino like
right
combo thing
combo.
in
Hmm.
Dallas. But continue.
Like a whole city center kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? Um, and Adam Silver and the NBA like, yeah, look, we are a big entity in the NBA. We have a little bit of pull here and there, and maybe we can help you lobby to legalize gambling in this is called.
Texas.
And he's like, sounds great. Let's do it. And they're like, yeah, we just need one thing from you. Just a small, tiny thing. We need you to trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers. He is a gigantic person, and we need him in a gigantic, if not the biggest, right, franchise in the NBA. The stars, the Showtime. We need him in LA. And he's like, damn, look, don't worry. We got this guy. His name's Nico. Been a bum. He's gonna take the fall for it. It's all good. It's all good. We're
And then
gonna
we're
go.
gonna
Oh
get
my
you to the
gosh.
flag. So
And then exactly. And then because we need something, there's some sort of fallout. There's this dude coming out of college. He looks insane, right? He's like the next LeBron James style like prospect. I'm not saying he plays like him. I'm just
yeah,
saying
but
the
the
level of
hype is
prospect.
up there.
Correct, the hype. And why don't we just give him to you? I know you only have like 11% chance to get it, but who cares? Everything's fixed. We'll just fix the draft. And here we are. And so, we did a mini draft fix conspiracy theory episode a while back when
Mm-hmm.
Cooper was when the draft was first announced and Cooper was like, oh, snap, guess I'm going to
Well,
Dallas.
Dallas.
But it got in more detail and it's gaining a lot more momentum lately. And those three entities, Nike, who is, I don't know, who does Luca sign with? Oh, that's right, with Nike. What would be better? Oh, maybe getting him in a new jersey in a new market. And now he's the number one jersey sales in the league. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that probably helps Nike a little bit too. This just seems like a win-win. More viewership because obviously Luca's in LA. Nike's happy because Luca's selling jerseys, and these two entities could help lobby for the Dumont family to get gambling legal in Texas. What's crazy is like last thing, and I'll let you
No,
kind of
you're good. I just had
add
a
to it.
thought.
What's crazy is like, is this happening kind of like all over the place in the world, and us normal people, it's just all over our fucking head, anyways? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's
Like, if this
very
is
possible.
real, where else is this happening? I'm just not paying attention.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways,
now I've heard the very similar story that you just laid out. The only thing I heard different was the reason that they traded Luca ultimately was because since the gambling in Texas didn't pass
correct.
the voting by the state, that their way of basically saying F you to the NBA and not helping them get what they might have promised them is like, all right, well, you told me this and I bought this team because of this, and now I'm screwed and I own this team and I can't build a casino like I wanted to, which was the whole point. So you know what?
True.
Fuck you. I'm going to send the best player in the NBA to the LA Lakers. Not going to tell anybody about it. We're just going to do it because we don't want to pay him, but we're going to use that as the excuse. And then you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. And then hopefully, you guys will still help me out anyway because I got screwed on the casino thing. So maybe you can help me get Cooper Flag to replace him. But
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
either way,
Lots of stuff flying
a
around.
lot of the conspiracies all kind of weirdly make sense. Like,
Yeah, in a weird,
yeah,
odd way. So
very strange.
I don't know. There's a lot going on. But I'm sure Mavericks fans are happy that Nico's finally gone. He
Yeah.
got what he deserved in essence. I don't
You,
think so. It's
did
not.
you see the
Yeah.
story about they think that kid that talked to Patrick Dumont might have been the reason? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, he wears a Luca Laker jersey, right,
So
to
his
games.
dad has season tickets, and I guess at a previous game he took the son to, the son flipped off Dumont while he was obviously walking by or in front of them. And his dad told him, I'm not taking you another game until you go apologize. So he brought him to the game. Kid walked up and asked like the security for Dumont, like, hey, can I? And they're like, yeah, okay, go ahead. So he went over there and like apologized to him and then talked to him from them. Apparently that's where the quote about Dumont said, yeah, Dumont basically told him like, yeah, we screwed up, like we made a mistake. And then the next day or within 36 hours, Nico's fired. So was that like the final straw, was like a very just calm, nice person instead of fans yelling and screaming at him, fire him, like just went to him like, man, I'm sorry I messed up and flew you off, but like low key, what the hell did you guys do or why did you do it? And then maybe the owner's like, huh, this guy's like coming at me in a nice way, not being a dick and yelling and screaming about it. Oh, maybe he was right. Maybe I need to fire Nico and throw him under the bus, even though I signed off on it. I don't know. It's just a lot to
If
unpack in
that's the
Dallas,
case,
right?
Patrick Dumont should hire that guy as like a advisor or something. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
if he
Like if
does,
you
he's
listen to the
obviously
kid
a
off that,
Luka Laker fan now. So
just saying.
go help the Mavericks. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We have a 2044 first round pick we'd love to give you.
Oh
We'll
my god,
take
it's so
Cooper
far
off
away
your
that it's not
hands.
even real. 2044. Get out of here.
Right? I don't think you can trade that far ahead, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only 19 years away, but yeah.
Oh god,
So, yeah,
it's
all
not
right.
even
Well,
born
before
yet.
we start actually talking about the basketball that's going on, there's just more crap having to deal with the NBA at the beginning of this season, and talked about Chauncey Billups and this whole gambling fiasco, I guess you can call it,
Yeah,
with
that's one word.
not only him running a rigged poker house with the mob, but
Mm-hmm.
also players gambling throughout all of the association. People were literally arrested, dude. Like
Dude,
the FBI is
Chauncey
looking
Billups
at
is an
this.
active NBA coach, and he was handcuffed and taken into the jail. Like, what? What did like?
Yeah,
That's crazy. They had enough to do that, and not only that, you said Damon Jones is involved, a former NBA player, and then there's talk of like they're telling people that this guy's not going to play or this guy's going to play before the injury report comes out. So based on no injury report, the spreads are a certain way or props, and they bet on it, and then the injury report comes out, and then all of it changes, and then those guys make money. But it just for whatever reason in my head, I just don't understand how you think you can get away with it when we just learned about this with the baseball thing with Clase. Like you're texting back and forth, there's conversation, like it's obvious what's going on, and it's like I just what are we doing? Like
yeah.
this is why sports didn't want gambling involved in the first place when we were kids, right? Sports and gambling, like you just that didn't exist. And now it's
Yeah, the idea of
literally
the
all married of
sports.
it.
The people running the sports want it for the cash flow,
Oh yeah, of
obviously.
course.
You get FanDuel and DraftKings and all these and Vegas and MGM bets and ESPN
One
bets
of the sports
sponsoring every
networks is
event.
called FanDuel Network. Like we can't even a channel is called that stuff. Like
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
where
getting away from it.
isn't it, didn't they buy Bally Sports?
Yeah, that's what the Ducks were on for like a split minute before we went to Duck Stream or whatever and Victory Plus. But yeah, that is like a thing. It's It's just
That's
very
crazy.
strange. We don't want to have gambling, and now one of the networks that the games are on is called FanDuel Sports Network. Like, what are
Yeah.
we doing?
Yeah, it's insane. Don't forget too. So obviously, I'm kind of just re-looked at this because it's been a second. This
Yeah.
happened last month, but yeah, it was Chauncey and Damon Jones. They were mostly affiliated with illegal gambling and rigging schemes. Because what I learned actually from Nick Wright, and you knew this because we talked about it a little bit. The only thing illegal about a poker game is if the house takes a cut. Other than that, it is completely. You don't have to be in Vegas. You don't have to be in a casino. You don't have to be in Atlantic City. You don't have to be in anything.
Nope.
You just can't have the house take a cut. It just has to be everybody's even. And they're literally running not only where house takes a cut, but rigging the game for the players to lose. All organized by New York crime
Sunglasses
families.
with fucking things you can see through the cards, or like there's a
Like,
mark on the
what
card.
are we
The card
doing?
readers are reading it. There's like magnets under the table. Like,
Who does
what?
Chauncey Billups owe his life to that he needs to work with the mob to
I-
rig poker games? You're
That's
literally
a
like you said, an active head coach in the NBA and a
and a
decent,
former
like,
player. Like,
exactly, with a decently long career. I'm not
yeah.
saying he was making hundreds of millions of dollars,
No,
but
but he was
he
probably in the
played.
league like 12 or 13 years, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then the other one that we forgot about was Terry Rozier.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Terry Rozier joining the likes of Jonte Porter, Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, to just rig or leak insider information, like injuries and all this kind of stuff
Yeah, like, oh,
for
my
betting on
under
that.
is 5. I'm gonna play, but I'm gonna go out there and tweak my ankle, so I'll definitely get the under. Like, bet on me. Like, what?
It's
And Terry
insane.
Rozier
It's
makes
insane.
money. Like, he's not some guy on the bench. Like, he's gotten
No, he's
a
like a
good.
solid like third option on most teams.
Yeah, he's gotten paid
Hmm.
at least once, if not twice, on
Hmm.
like a decent deal. So,
I'll look right now.
oh yeah, go ahead, look it up. He's got. If I had to guess, career earnings at least 50 million minimum. He's been in the league like 8 or 9 years. He's been in Boston, Miami, like Charlotte. He's played a couple spots. He's got to have like 45, 50 million career.
Well, if he wasn't in jail right now, he'd be finishing up a 4-year, $96 million contract. His
Okay.
total career earnings, according to Spotrac, is $161 million.
Okay, so with taxes, let's just cut it in half. So it's still $80 million. What do you? Why are you having to fix gambling thing? Like, again,
Yeah,
who do you owe what to? Who has what
yeah.
on you, or a picture of you doing something? What are they blackmailing you with? What is happening?
It's been a dark spot for sure
Yeah.
on the league. They're trying to kind of like not ignore it, but investigate it. Go along with the FBI. Obviously, you have to kind of go along with whatever the government is insisting you get investigated for. But between this and Nico Harrison and all this kind of Lucas stuff, it's just been a weird dark spot for the NBA to start the season. And
Well,
I
we
know they
still have
can't
the
wait to put
Kawhi
some of this
Leonard thing.
behind
We
us.
don't have an answer to.
Bro, we literally forgot about Kawhi Leonard smoking trees. I mean, not planting trees. Like,
I'm just
that's
saying,
another one too.
there's a
I
lot
honestly
going
I
on.
kind of forgot about it because of so much, right?
Yeah, there's a lot
Ah,
going on.
okay. Well, you know what? Let's not talk about Kawhi because we don't know enough yet. In
Yeah,
short, right? He might there might be a gigantic problem for trying to avoid salary cap space by paying him on the side to do
well, now
stuff that he never
I
had to
think
do.
I read a report last week that Ballmer's now being sued by like 10 employees from the company, or CEOs or investors of the company Aspiration, because of what he did with the money to circumvent the salary cap, but they didn't know that. So it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly.
Well, I can't wait
It's
to hear
very.
more. And I feel bad for my two Clipper friends, Lauren and Chris. Shout out to you guys. But hey, you play dirty and you get caught, you gotta pay the penalty, bro.
Yep.
It is what it is. It is what it is. The Timberwolves had to do it a couple decades ago.
Yep.
Granted, it's a little smaller scale. They weren't doing it for someone as with
No,
the
yeah. Joe Smith at the
value of
time was
Kawhi Leonard.
good, but not
And
Kawhi
Kawhi
Leonard
Leonard
good.
good. Kawhi Leonard's basically in the Hall of Fame at this point with where his career is. I mean, a couple
Yeah.
Finals MVPs, a couple trophies. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much kind of all you need. No real long time stats because he can only play 30 games a year.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say, when you look at his numbers, they're great, but when you look at the amount of games, it's gonna be very
total,
little
right?
compared to some other guys.
Yeah, so not looking great for the Clippers. But it's also not looking great for the Clippers because as much as Kawhi's knee is
I'll
hurt
say he's
right now.
out.
He's a little sore.
Yep.
But we just got news yesterday or the day before that
Mhm.
Bradley Beal, who they just picked up this offseason for pretty cheap after he got bought out by the Suns, just broke his hip, or
Yep.
fractured his hip, and will be out for the season.
Dude, it's
Damn.
getting bad in Clipperland. Not only that, Kawhi's got a sprained ankle. He's out for a couple games. You mentioned Beal. Chris Paul had a DNP the other night, not because he was injured, just they didn't play him, so that's not good. And he's already irritated and annoyed, which, as we know in the past, if you look at Chris Paul,
Watch
usually
out for
by
Chris Paul
like
being mad.
March, he's getting annoyed and shit because there's got to be in playoff time, but it's November and he's already irritated, so that's not good. They're in the bottom 5 as a whole in the team on defense, a lot of different categories, which for a Ty Lue coach team is not the norm. But I keep hearing that Ty Lue's like bulletproof. He's not going to be fired because it's not his fault for all these issues, which I kind of agree with, but also like,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be time to just start? I don't know. They just signed him to another extension, though, so maybe not. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Honestly, if we didn't have JJ Redick, I'd be like, cut him.
Yeah,
I want him.
absolutely. But yeah, I just and I feel bad, I guess, kind of. But Ballmer spent all that money to buy the team, build a new arena, move it, and we're gonna be the team of the town, blah blah. And here they are, just aspiration crap is going on now. Beal's out, and then they're losing, and they're 3-8. And mind you, the draft pick that they got or they have. Oh wait, they don't have any picks. They're all in Oklahoma City. So
No, their first round draft pick coming up this year is going to be gone. You're right.
yeah. So I think they don't have their own first round pick without swaps or anything until like
2031.
Oh my god. So yeah,
I think it was 2031
I don't know how you
last time I
fix.
looked.
They're the oldest team in the NBA this year.
That is the problem. So I was talking to my
It's bad.
talking to my 2 friends, and they were talking
Two
about
Clipper
how
friends.
yeah, 2030. You were right, not 2031.
Okay.
2030. Everything else has it. They're just everybody else has it from all the trades. But they were telling me that one thing that they're trying to do, at least what they've noticed, is they're really trying to play a lot of the young guys because it seems like they're really good in the first half of games, and then they come out in the third quarter and just get wiped. Like they were actually in that Denver game last year.
Yeah, they were
last night, all the way up to the first, all the way through the first half and a little bit of the third quarter. And then I feel like it was nap time or something. Like the age of this team is really showing. So to your point about Chris Paul not playing, they were saying that look, they're just throwing a bunch of young guys in to see what can stick. You know what I mean?
Rick
They need
Lopez
some.
looks old and slow.
He's looked old and slow. No, he's still talented. He's a big
no, I'm
dude.
not saying he's
He
not
can
good, but
shoot threes.
the way the
He
game
looks
is played, it just
you can just see him like lumbering to the next spot.
I mean,
You're just like, oh,
he's been in the
jeez.
league at least 10 or 12. He's got to be like our age. He's got to be like 35 or 36. So as a big man who, when he started his career, he didn't shoot any threes. I think his first like 4 years in the league, he shot like 5, and
He
then
was
after
literally
that,
born
he's
the same year as us.
hundreds. Same year as us. Okay, so he's 37.
Yeah, he was born. No, this boy was born on April Fool's Day. Him and his twin.
Oh, that's right. You have twins.
Yeah.
No, I know you're lying. It's April Fool's. Don't tell me that.
he was drafted in 07, so
07,
08 technically. So technically the draft's at the beginning of I used to like football, but it's not the same way. So,
and they went to Stanford, so they're pretty smart guy.
Yeah, he was there for a couple years, but yeah, he's been in the league since 08. So
wow,
it's a good time. It's a good amount of time. So what, 17 years? That's a long time for a big guy.
They're just old, man. And then like Zubac's been good, but
one good player,
yeah,
and it's your center. Like he's not like it's not like Embiid good. He's just like one of the top centers.
Yeah, and he can't shoot from the outside. Like maybe
no.
I would say 15, 16 feet out, but he's not.
Yeah, he's got a
little
jumper.
The floor like that.
No.
Derrick Jones Jr. is a nice piece, but without.
I love Derrick Jones Jr. I think he's super solid.
I don't feel like he's as good as he can be.
He can shoot threes though too. I've been watching some Clipper highlights lately. He could ball. He's got hop, like you said. He crashes the boards. He can shoot threes. He's energy. But again, if you're relying on, and this isn't a shot at Derrick Jones Jr., I would have him on our team in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he'd be a great.
We also have we have Luka Doncic. So I'm not harping on.
Who he played
Derrick
with
Jones.
and did really well with. Just saying.
Very true.
If the Clippers wanted to call the Lakers.
Yeah, right. That's the last person they're calling. But
hey,
before we
Zubac, come on, man.
Right? Yeah. They gave us Mike Muscala, bro. What are you talking about?
Not only we gave up Zubac, we gave up Michael Beasley too. We gave up 2 players.
Yeah, he's a top 3 pick, bro. I'm just saying.
In 20 years ago.
So, okay. Before we move on to the next one, I just wanted to make a comment about your Steve Ballmer take, because I actually agree. When you said I do, but I don't feel bad, I actually do feel bad, and you know why? Because there's a ton of people. We talked about one in the first point, or second, in the first point, that own teams of any kind and they don't give a shit.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
He does care.
And because he actually cares, he wants to spend money when there's teams like A's that don't give 2 damns about
he wants to spend
roster.
so money so bad he's doing it behind and under the table. That's how
Just
much he
saying.
wants to spend.
But you know what? He's taking. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's
You
the
know what I
saying,
mean?
right? That's the saying.
So, but I again, I know we could make fun of him for that specifically, but in principle, I give him props, man, and I do feel bad that it's not working out because he actually cares about it, and there's too many owners out there who don't care about the team that they own, and it's the fans who have to pay the price. So, granted, the
Yeah.
fans aren't looking great right now, but he's the richest owner in the league. He's willing to spend money. Goes to the game. He's flying out the wall to Game 7, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come, that's cool, bro. That's cool. So I'm not rooting for a Laker or Clippers championship, but bro, if they could be respectable, that's cool for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
True.
cool to have two decent teams in LA. They don't need to be this. There are their seller 17. They're never gonna catch it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Not in our
let them
lifetime.
be decent. Let them be decent. Yeah.
Yeah, I
All right.
guess.
Well, kind of one of the things. Speaking of the Clippers and how they're decency, they did have this player on their team. What was that guy's name? Is a point guard. He's from Canada.
Shay, no.
Yeah, shush. Yeah, something
Yeah,
something
Shay. Shay. I
shush.
think. He was a young kid though.
Sh-
Young kid.
Shay Gilgis Alexander. That's right. At least they got Paul George, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking. Let's move to the Thunder, bro. The Thunder. Oh my gosh, 12-1 after beating the shit out of the Lakers last night. A
And the
29
Warriors the
point
night
win.
before. Like it's just
hmm
bad, man. They're good. They're
They look
so
good,
good.
and J Dub hasn't played a game. I think
Nope.
so. I mean,
And
their second best player, arguably.
I think Lou Dort's been out the last 3 or 4 games. Yeah, they're
Nikola
just
Topic, their draft pick, their lottery draft pick from last year. Didn't play last year, won a championship. Is not even on the roster right now, bro. Not even on the roster. That's how
yeah,
good and deep they are. Their lottery pick from last year is not on the roster.
yeah.
It's insane.
And we
They're so
mentioned
good.
the Clippers trade with them, so they have the Clippers trade or pick. So if the Clippers end up bad enough, it is possible that if OKC, with again the way they're just running over people right now with not full strength, if they win another title, it is possible that the Clippers could do so bad that they're in the lottery, and the Thunder get a top 5, top 3 pick out of it. On top of that, they have pick swaps with Utah this year. That's top 8 protected. So if Utah's pick goes 9 or 10 and the Clippers is underneath 5, the Thunder will have 10 and a top 5 pick as the defending champion, back-to-back defending champion.
Possibly
Like
defend. Yeah. Yeah.
that would be scary. And at that point though, like, there's only so many roster spots. You can't fill them all. And I think I heard the number they have like 20 something second round picks over the next couple years, and they have like 8 first round picks. I mean, the rich get richer, but not rich as in the big city market. I mean, Oklahoma City literally tore it down and did the process as we learned in Philly all those years ago, but it actually worked out.
What was the guy's name we looked it up last night?
Sam Hinkie, I will never forget now.
Sam Hinkie started in 2012, started putting this whole thing together. And you know what? It took a while, but there's plenty of teams with this small market mentality. Phoenix being one of them. There's a close one. Sacramento being one of them. That's another
Yep.
close one. That never even get close to championship contention, let alone absolute dominance last year.
Yeah.
And starting off the season again dominant with all the players you need locked up and every possible draft asset you could possibly want also locked up. Because most of the time you might have good players, but it's
Yeah.
because you've depleted all of your draft picks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you're moving on to the players because those are guaranteed as opposed to draft picks, which is possibilities, right? But they're both. They're literally porque no los dos. You know what I mean? Like, why don't we just have all the good players and all of our draft picks? And they're like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And it's working
You know
out.
what the draft pick they got from Utah in the deal that they got that in? It was literally I think it was Utah dumping Derek Favors' contract. So they added a first round pick. Like it wasn't even a trade that made any significance for either team in the moment. It was just
in the moment, but
throw it
it
with
sure
the
helped Oklahoma City.
down the
See,
line.
that's the genius of what started with
Presti.
Sam Hinkie, but now Presti. And yeah, I mean, why not? And I
Although if you
think
think
what
I was gonna say, but did Presti kind of do it already? Because I don't know what year he got hired, but he was in Seattle. So did he draft Kevin Durant and then draft Westbrook and then draft like he kind of did it already, but didn't have as much time to like do the pre ahead of time, like tank all that time because Seattle wasn't good anyway. So he kind of walked into them kind of tanking already, built what he built with that big 3, traded James Harden obviously, and then had to kind of redo the whole thing back. It's right. It's like makes sense.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does make sense. And you are right. He did draft Kevin Durant.
Okay. So I'm trying to get okay. So if they drafted Durant got drafted what year?
Oh wait, 07, 08. Sorry, that's the
Okay.
season of 07, 08. So 2007
Okay. So
technically.
that means Presti got hired like right before that. I'm just trying to think
No,
when
that was his first season.
that was
That's what
his
it shows according to Basketball Reference.
wow, what a start. Seattle gets the number two
Draft
pick and they
Kevin
say they took
Durant.
Greg Oden. Okay, I'll take Kevin Durant. Let's do this
I
thing.
guess we'll take this skinny kid from Texas. Sure.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Damn.
dude's a
Presti.
G.
Well,
Dude
Presti
is
did
a
work for the
G.
Spurs if I remember correctly, so that kind of makes sense.
But
Not
I mean,
good.
the Thunder are insane, and honestly, props to them. It's one of those teams that's like they're kind of boring to watch in the way that they play. Not necessarily like they have really good defense. I just don't like Shea's. I hate to. I'm trying to tiptoe, but I not on purpose because I don't think he foul baits completely, but I don't think he plays as like fun as like because Luca foul baits.
Oh, they
Even
all
Austin
the
Reeves foul
yeah, I'll
baits,
say
right?
all
But
the
it just
main
seems
guys who know how to score foul bait
it
at
just
some
seems like
form or
less.
fashion.
Yeah, some of the stuff that he gets called for, I'm just like, did Kobe get this and I just didn't notice? You know what I mean?
I mean, the game has changed a lot too. If we're being honest, like even from
Yeah.
like you said, when Kobe was playing, the game has changed drastically, and he just retired in 16. That's not even 10 years ago yet. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Well, well, yeah. So congrats, Thunder, on the back-to-back chips. Like I think we were talking about it last night. Unless someone gets hurt, and by
yeah,
someone, I think both of us just mean Shea.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. As
I
long as
think
Shea is
that
healthy, Chet's healthy and just kind of does his thing. J Dub comes
they could
back and
lose
just does his
one,
thing. Like,
one
yeah,
per. They can't.
but
They couldn't lose like Caruso and Chet,
no,
or
I mean they didn't even
or
have Chet last year for like
Hartenstein.
45 games, and they still won 68.
I
So,
mean, yeah, no, not for regular season. Regular season you can get through with
oh
missing a
yeah, yeah,
handful of
yeah.
them. I'm talking about
But,
playoffs. Playoffs, you're gonna need. You can't be missing too
oh
many
yeah,
people. You can't be
yeah.
missing Hartenstein and J Dub. You know what I mean?
No, no. And like we
So
haven't like who knows what they're gonna do by the deadline? What if somebody gets hurt for the whole year and they have to make an adjustment? They have tons of picks and things to make those
I was about to say, well, they
adjustments
don't
as
have a lot
needed.
of first round draft picks to get talent. Oh wait, no, they've got everyone's first
They
round
have
draft pick to get
everybody. They
talent.
can trade their own and still have the other teams that are worse, so they still win. Like it's
So true.
crazy.
So true. That's a good
God,
point. I didn't even think about that.
nuts, man.
Ugh. Well,
Kick
props,
Lakers
props.
ass. I'll give them that.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was last night, and it wasn't a good show. So
No.
we won't talk about that one, but we do want to talk about the Lakers a little bit in the sense that they're looking kind of good, bro, and they're
Yeah,
led
eight and
by
four.
the three-headed white monster. Um, Luca, Austin, and Laravia, LAL, or Snow Time, as some have called it, or Tres Leches, as others have called it. The internet is going crazy with this white trio.
Yeah,
And I think it's awesome, bro. Laravia is really stepping up. I
yeah, he's
had
been great.
heard good things about him from Memphis and Sacramento, but I didn't know enough for him to be like to think he was going to be this big of an impact player.
Yeah,
But the way those three, Rui, and even Aiton, bro, I'm going to give Aiton some props. The way they're
they're
kind
doing
of
well.
playing right now, they're looking really good. Bronny's filling in a lot of scrub minutes, not
Hmm.
scrub minutes. I'm sorry, a lot of minutes that would be for others, but he has to kind of jump in because
Yeah,
of
we'll just
how not
depleted with
deep we are
injuries.
right
Yeah,
now. Austin's missed time. Luca's missed time. LeBron hasn't played a minute. Everybody's basically missed time. I think the only person who's played in every single game is Rui.
yeah,
That's
that
it.
makes sense. That makes sense. He's
And maybe Jake. I think it was Jake and Rui. Maybe it was,
yeah.
but they're just those two. So, my question to you though, you give your comments about the Lakers, and then quickly is how LeBron going to fit when he comes back in?
All right. So thoughts on the Lakers initially: 8 and 4. Great. They should have won in Atlanta. Oh well,
Yeah,
they should be
20-point loss
down
in
the three.
Atlanta kind of
But that
sucks.
was one
But
of those no Chris Stops, no Trey Young. You're like, yeah, we're gonna walk in here and get a win, and then you don't because you played
they have a
Memphis
pretty
like
good
you should.
team too.
Yeah, I know, but they should not have. It's like back in the day when the Lakers went
No,
to
we're
lose to
better. I'm
Charlotte.
just
They always
saying.
just lose to the Bobcats, and the Bobcats were never good, but it didn't
That's so
matter.
true. That's so funny.
But
With
overall,
Emeka
like you said,
Okafor.
Laravia's been great. I think knowing that him and Austin had been working out all summer and have the same agent kind of helps that progressive, like getting into the team a little easier because
Yeah, I can
Austin's
see
already
that.
played with Luca.
Yeah.
And then Luca obviously recruited Aiton and Smart because they
Hmm.
have a rapport. Aiton and him were in the same draft together. So I think 1 and 3 in the picks. Um,
5.
oh, damn. Oh, that's 5-3 switch on the trade. That's right.
Yep.
But yeah, Aiton's been great. I'm not expecting him to score 30 points. I just 17 to 20 points, 10 to 15 rebounds every night, some good blocks here and
Just be
there.
involved. Be in the
Yeah.
way. Be tall. Be who
And
you
I
are.
have to say, there was I don't know what game it was last week, but he was getting interviewed after the game by Scott Van Pelt. And, he had the headphones on, he's talking on the camera, and as he's answering a question, LeBron's off camera, but walking by and says, "Yeah, 5." And Aiton's like, "Yeah, cool. Like, thanks, man." And he's like, "Yeah, 5." And he's like, "Yeah." So from what I keep hearing, Aiton is one of those guys where the whole team has decided, look, we're going to be on you all the time, but that's because we know what you can do and we want you to do it. And he's taking that in and not taking it as like, God, they think I suck and they're always bagging on. Like, no, they want you
Right.
to do better. They're pushing you to do better. And so far, it has been good. I have noticed Aiton is a little soft spoken, but that's okay. Once
I
LeBron
don't
gets
care.
in,
So is Kawhi.
yeah, true, true, very true. But as far as the LeBron part, if I'm
Yeah.
LeBron and I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, we're 8-4, they have 2 more games, and then I think they have this weird part of the schedule where they have 1 game in 8 days, and the 1 game is against Utah. It's like a weird bye week somehow, some way. Which I think the Clippers had one last year, but it was later in the year. There was like 1 game in 6 days. Maybe it was Phoenix. Anyway, so like if they can get through this 14 game stretch and be 10-4, and then LeBron can ramp up and get back in another 2 weeks. If I'm LeBron, dude, just play defense. You don't have to do anything on offense. Just be the
Cut.
roaming
Be
like
open. Be open for a
cornerbacks.
3.
Yeah, roaming cornerback safety on defense. Aiton, you have a legit big man at the rim, so you don't have to protect the rim all yourself like you did last year with only Jackson Hayes back there. So that's a bonus. Marcus Smart out there with you is going to help at the top. I think Laravia is not great at defense, but he's not terrible. So he can hang. He's got some length on him, which helps. So if I'm
Yeah, and
LeBron,
he's quick. He's quick-footed for a
yeah,
big guy. Yeah.
big dude. I just think if I'm LeBron and I know this, I only got 1, maybe 2 more years, and I'm lucky if I get this year because of what I'm
I
going
pray
through.
one. No offense, bro. I
No,
want
I'm
I
with you.
want
I'm
him
with you.
off the books, bro. I
If
want him
I'm
off the
him,
books.
this is what I come into. I'm like, look, my son is contributing, not every game, but like you said, contributing in more moments than
He
we
is.
anticipated at this
He
point.
helped win the game against the Blazers. We were down
Yes.
huge,
Redick made a
and
point
he
to say
came
that
up big.
that pass to Marcus Smart in the corner for that 3 when they were cutting the lead was a big turning point late in the game. So
And
everything's
he's
great. So if I'm
gritty. I'm
LeBron,
not saying he's a defensive stopper, but he's
no, 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 no,
gritty. He'll
no.
jump lanes, you know?
He's got
Go ahead.
energy and hustle. So I
Mhm.
love the effort. I'm all there. So if I'm
Yeah.
LeBron, I walk in and say, look, I got my kid here. I got Luca here. I got Austin. I don't need to be the focal
Austin's
point on
tearing it
offense.
up.
So if I'm LeBron on offense, just stand in the corner, let Austin or Luca get double teamed, and then make a cut to the paint, alley oop. And if they cut it to you and somebody rolls over, alley oop to Aiton. Like there's that. I don't remember. I think it's DeAndre or Draymond Green, Steph, and I don't remember who the other ones, but there was like this play where it was like hand off to Dre, hand off to him, and then cut and alley boom every time. It was like that could be LeBron. Just get all the easy
Mhm.
points. You don't need to average 25 a game. I know it'd be great, but you don't need to. No one's going to get your 40,000 career or 50,000 total playoff and everything. It's all over. No one's ever going to catch that. Just get that last ring, win a title with your son, tie the Lakers with the Celtics at 18, play 23 seasons when your number's 23 and you're the greatest, Michael Jordan, and hang them up as a champ at the end of 23 seasons with you and Bronny holding the trophy up together. That would
Down.
be the ultimate ending, right?
I agree. I agree. He has
Because,
to buy into it, though.
well,
That's the
yeah,
thing.
of course. Because
I
I know
want him
Bryce
to
is going to
be.
possibly get redshirted at Arizona, which means he's not coming
Dude,
to the
he's not
draft
getting
this
any
year.
playing
So
time
that's
right
not
now.
happening.
Exactly.
So you might
Exactly.
as well take the one you can get with Bryce or with Bronny, take the
And
run,
call it
get
a
the
day.
title, call it a day.
I want Braun. To your point, I'm going to try to throw out some examples of maybe something. They're not going to be perfect examples of what I'm trying to say, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say.
I
Be
don't get it.
the be the, and I hate to use this reference because I'm not a huge fan of the guy, and I hate the team. Be the championship winning Paul Pierce. Be a Anton Jameson. Be a Gerald Wallace.
Ooh,
Make some threes, make some cuts, play some defense. Be that true small forward style player where you're just you're helping out, but the
yeah,
best helper like arguably the league has. You know what I mean?
yes.
You know how
Especially at
everybody was talking about
41, man,
last
there's no
year.
reason to push yourself. Like, you don't
Exactly.
need to.
Remember how everybody was talking about last year? Austin Reeves is the best third option in the entire NBA. That needs to switch this year. LeBron James needs to be the best third, and he will be if he is the third option.
Mm-hmm.
He's arguably sometimes the best second option, depending on the
Yeah.
team you're
And
talking about,
it's
right?
it's not like there's never going to be a moment where the ball ends up in his hand and he runs the off. Like Luca and
Of
AR are going to take
course.
breaks and you're going to rotate so everyone gets an opportunity to save energy or conserve it here and there. Like there's going to be moments where you're running pick and rolls with Aiden. It's going to be fun. Like and with Rui's been great shooting. Like
Hmm.
just blend in, man. Don't be the focal point. Just because as he told Luca last year, he told Luca, don't fit in, fit out. No, the other way. LeBron, don't fit out. Just fit in. Just fit in with what they got going, man. Like, JJ and the coaching staff has them playing hard, although the Atlanta game will throw that one out. But otherwise,
Yeah.
they're competing in every game, and OKC murdered them. But that's because OKC is good. So I'm not even
OKC is
mad that they
OKC.
lost to
Yep.
OKC. So I don't know. I just jump in and be part of it, man. Don't change too much. Just get in the scene. Just jump in.
Agree. All right. Before we get out of here, let's talk about something else that this NBA decided to update after all the negative news with the Mavericks and the Billups and all this kind of stuff. They wanted to make a little bit of an update for their All-Star game. And it's been I don't know how to say this, problem, I guess you can say, for the past few years.
Yeah,
It's become a joke almost. Like, just almost stop having it because
I agree.
no one cares, no one plays well, and I understand nobody wants to get hurt, but do you think that you can maybe get hurt playing hockey when you're skating around on frozen water on thin blades just smashing each other? Yeah, I think you can get hurt. But you know
Probably
who went out there like fucking bosses during the All-Star game last year and just owned the tournament? Hockey players.
the
Like,
Four Nations face-off
man,
was amazing.
that's what I'm saying. And I feel like that's what the NBA is doing here by borrowing an idea from the NHL. Granted, they don't have enough nations because
Yeah,
there's too many, but they're going with the idea of a US versus the world, right? They're going to
but
have
is there enough nations though? Because if you think about it, essentially the NHL Four Nations face-off was just all Olympic rosters, just all out of the same pool. Well, I guess there's not enough for each other country. You're probably right. Asshole.
correct. Yeah. So I mean, we could because they're two like Slovenia. I mean, like Luca and Joker aren't even on the same team, but their
Yeah,
countries are next to each other.
yeah,
Like,
that's
does that
true.
count? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Anyways, continue.
so
I'm
it's a
sorry. I
little
was
bit
just
harder.
thinking.
So yeah, no, it's okay. So the format is gonna be like have two teams of US players, one world team, and a round robin tournament with 4 12-minute games, basically. That's like the gist of it. I two comments and then I'll let you go. One, I guess the problem isn't who's on whose team.
Correct.
The problem is the play on the court. So we'll see. The second thing I have, bro, the US is going to get their ass kicked.
As expected.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I completely agree on the second part. US is going to get their ass kicked because the NBA is made up of players from all over the world. That I mean, let's look at the MVPs the last 5 years. It's Jokic, Embiid, Jokic. Like it's all
Before
European
that,
or
Giannis. Who else is
okay,
it?
and Giannis.
Shea.
Yep. Okay, so
Shea.
Canadian. So no American
Someone
players
who's
on
not there
MVP.
but has been around it. Luca.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just crazy. So they'll be stacked because like I mean, you talked about this the other day. I was like, well, why don't we just win the Olympics? Oh, it's because the Olympics, there's one good player from the NBA on each country's roster.
But when you
But the
smash
NBA,
them all together,
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So it'll be. I'm with you though. The All Star game could go away. I haven't cared about the All Star game in I don't know 12, 13 years at least. The last one I cared about in the last decade more was the one year they did it with the Kobe thing because he passed away and it was score 24 points at the quarter to win the quarter and win the game or what the Elam rule or whatever that thing was. That was different
yeah,
and a little interesting. But I also think it had to do with just we all missed Kobe and wanted to like have whatever we could of that moment of him. So
yeah.
but other than that, I don't care about the All Star game. I hardly care about the 3-point contest.
I do still kind of like the games. Not the All-Star game, but the
Yeah,
games.
they're like
They're not
festivities on
great.
Saturday. Yeah,
Correct. They're
which
not
that's
perfect,
fine.
but
The NFL got rid
yeah,
of the Pro Bowl and still does all the little shit. Like,
right.
okay, you can do that,
So let's do that.
but also like if you're an NBA player and you don't make the All Star game, you get what 5-6 days off. If you make the All Star game, you
But your
don't
best
get any
players
time off.
get no time off.
Exactly.
Right.
So I get why they don't want to play it. It's in the middle of the season. Like NFL, it's at the end. You're not playing anything anymore. So like, let's play flag football and screw around. Who cares? But why are we doing it in the middle of the season? Like, I know it's a thing we've always done, but it doesn't mean we have to keep doing it. We can get
True.
rid of it or change it.
True. Baseball's made some moves. If
Big
they stuck
moves.
to we're gonna do it the way it's always done,
Would
they
you
would not have grown
imagine
like it has it is.
if
You know what I mean?
Babe Ruth was on the mound? They said, "Okay, you got 15 seconds to pitch. Let's go." What the fuck are you talking about? That would be like asinine. They'd be like, "What do you mean there's a clock in the game? That doesn't make
You don't
any
even have to
sense."
go that far back. Can you imagine if Randy Johnson was on the mound? They said you got 15 seconds.
Honestly, he goes so fast. There are some pitchers back in the day that I don't think it
That
really
have
would
a
have affected.
natural
Yeah,
correct.
they're just like and I think Randy was one of those. He was just like, okay, let's go,
Keep it
let's go,
moving.
let's go. Paul Skeens is
Yeah.
pretty like,
Oh yeah, I
let's go.
love
There's
Paul
not a whole
Skeens,
lot
man.
of amble in between. It's like, all right, like I'm here to pitch. Here's give me the ball. I'm on the mound. Let's go. What are we doing? Like, don't waste any time. So we can make some changes to sports and it can better the game. So maybe we should think about it. we're doing
Did you
all these
see?
other things with gambling that's going wrong and other shit. So maybe some good publicity would help a little bit. Just saying.
Jeez, Corey.
Dude, and then the shittiest part for me is I'm the biggest basketball and baseball fan.
I
And now
like
that
baseball. I
baseball
like
has
baseball.
made all these changes and I'm
Good
loving the
changes.
game even more, it's like, dude,
Mhm.
basketball, catch up, bro. Like, it's hard enough to watch college basketball because the game is a completely different game. But the
Yeah.
NBA has turned into like kind of not as enjoyable to watch as it used to be. Just from
Everyone just jacks up threes, run a pick, dive to
Yeah.
the hole. If you can make the layup, great, or the dunk, great. If not, kick it out to an open 3-point shooter and they shoot
Yeah.
it. It's the same play
Which
every time.
it's kind of funny if you think about it. That's always been my problem though, because even when we were younger, we played video games online. I never liked to play online because everyone plays up and down.
Video
and
game
just,
style.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I want to play a game of basketball. Like, I
You
want
don't even like playing Madden. Like we had rules when we were younger that in order for you to stay sane, I couldn't go for it every fourth down. You know what I mean?
Why would
Because
you
it's
go
not
for
how
it
the
on
game is
4th and
played.
12 from your
Because
own
it's a
20? Like,
because it's a video game. Because it's fucking Madden,
trying to
bro.
play the game, bro. I'm trying to play the game
And I
the
get
real
that. And
way.
I get that. And I do get that for sure. Yeah, so I don't know. I saw this thing real quick because you brought it up, talk about Paul Skeens. It has nothing to do with basketball, but it's our show, so we can talk about whatever we want.
Do whatever you want.
I saw a commercial, not a commercial, a reel with him and Tarek Skubal. Did you see this? Because they
No.
won Cy Youngs. So he's also has the fewest wins. He only had 10 wins this season as a Cy Young winner since Jacob DeGrom. But it's just because his ERA
Team
is
sucks.
insane. Yeah, it's absolutely atrocious. So they were talking about how they're late bloomers, both of them. They each got, Tarek had one offer out of college, and Skeens had 2. Army, Navy. Not even good, like not even big programs. You know, he went to one of them. I forgot which one he started at. I think it was Navy.
I believe so. And he was a catcher initially,
And he was a catcher. Yeah. Tarek Skubal said he didn't get good at throwing baseballs until he was 26 years old.
Those are the guys who didn't play travel ball all the time and blow out their arms when they were 20.
Exactly. And now they're dominating in Major League Baseball. So I just thought that was a kind of a crazy thing since you brought up Paul Skeens. I saw that today. I was like, I really like Paul Skeens. And I hope that he gets the out of Pittsburgh because he deserves it.
Dude,
now, he doesn't need to come to LA. We don't need that. But
No. Well, I mean, he can go to the Angels if he wants.
He's not going to the Angels.
He's from California. He's from SoCal.
That's why he'd go to the Dodgers. That's exactly why he'd go to the Dodgers.
Maybe Livy Dunn is an Angel fan, so she talks him into going. Come on, I'm trying to not let the Dodgers get every. There's already rumors they're going to get Bo Bichette, Kyle Tucker, and Edwin Diaz. I'm like, great.
Bellinger back.
Yeah. It's just like, come on, man. It's annoying.
I heard Tarek Skubal's not contract negotiations with the Tigers aren't doing good, and I know somebody who likes to defer money like crazy. They just pay him whatever he wants.
Yeah, I don't know if the Dodgers, but if I'm the Dodgers, I know we're going way off topic here, but if I'm the Dodgers, do I even need Skubal at $250 million? Like, I already have Yamamoto and Shohei and Sasaki and like Glasnow and Snell, and it's like, dude, how many? I don't know. It's frustrating.
It's like that Kobe commercial.
Baseball in 2027. Telling you, right? Man, they're gonna screw it.
It's like that Kobe commercial with Kanye. How much more? More. How many more?
Keep
more. Just keep going. That's the Dodgers. That's the Dodgers right now.
Yeah, you're probably right, unfortunately.
Well, it's been nice, bro, to kind of talk about some basketball. Getting a little bit. Again, don't worry. We'll get right back on football topic. That's going to be the next one because I just love football to not talk about it. But if you haven't seen the previous episode
of the regular season, you're on the back half.
Stop it. Hey, stop it. Slow it down.
No,
Slow
it
down.
It's
exactly. If you haven't seen it, check out the previous episode. Or was it the previous one?
Let's see. What was our last one? I think our last one was because we did Gus 2 weeks ago, I believe. So, yeah.
Check out the previous episode where we kind of discuss what we did throughout the NFL season. We predicted something at the beginning. We're seeing how those predictions kind of come true. So, but again, this was nice talking about some basketball. I appreciate the basketball talk. It's nice to kind of switch it up. As much as I do live and breathe football during football season, it is nice to kind of switch it up a little bit.
Well, we're 12, 15 games in, so we're getting a little bit of a feel for who's good and who's not. After like 2 games, it's too early to really talk.
It's way too early. Yeah. I agree. All right. Well, let us know down in the comments below what your favorite NBA story has been so far this season.
Also, hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok at RVUFTB and tell us why the Thunder are going to win 4 in a row. 4 titles in a row, right? It's going to happen. Like, we can just book it now. 4-time champs. Never happened before since, like, the Celtics with Russell in the 60s when nobody played basketball.
Doesn't count. Book it, Dano. We'll see.
Well, appreciate everyone for stopping by.
And seeing things from Arby from the bench. Remember, Nobody loves you. Jesus loves you. Peace.
This was a Sycamore Fourth Studios production.